反正照你的意思是错，出来是球赛。
That thing is the fucking shit. It's called bath salt because the milk came from the bay. It's supposed to make you really fucking interesting. Oh, excuse me. It's like that, huh?
Mom, you just said it. Go shower.
I'm trying to finally leave. 谢谢宝。神经病嗑药。好烦！晚上是什么东西啊？哎，你干嘛？我不喜欢人家咬我。看你真痒啊！敢咬我！干你俩神经病！神经病！干你也是疯婆子！
Very good. He knows how to play the part, huh, baby? Open your water. 欢迎。
怎么回事啊？我他妈的惭愧啊！
嘿，你是谁啊？
嘿，
没有是你，你干嘛啦？
啊！ There's one of my hands. That's the shoulder. There. My door over there. It's a big sack of fat. My water. What I do for a night? You take some of this fat and you turn that fat right into cooking on it. Why do you make a fire? Keep up that fat, start grinding it down. Then start just firing pieces of meat and then frying it up as we get in. Oh, there's some stuff right there. The Spruce Twigs, they got resin in them a little bit. Pretty good. Carry fire paste around and chew the tobacco too and take the ball sugar. And then look it down. See that fire paste there. Check out the box for later. Sirloin here, buy some red meat. Where's perfect. You cut like little kebab sized pieces. You melt that down. See that? So we're getting some oil over there. Another way you can do this, you can actually put water in the bottom of a cup. You put like a quarter inch of water, inch of water in. You put the fat in there. You can boil the fat out and that fat will wind up sitting on top of the water. But for deep frying meat, it's better to have heated oil. If you just want an oil out to drink, because if you need like, you know, a quick energy charge, you can do it that way a lot faster than rendering it like this. My brother one time I watched him do like rendering a mug full of bear fat and just drink it like coffee. That's how good that stuff is. And one's like Daniel Boone, I mean that guy would shoot bears just for oil. He'd be selling stuff for the market of money. You can continue to cook these fat pieces down, and those want to be crispy little treats like little pork rinds. You see how much oil already I got built up. You can use this oil or reuse it. I'm gonna drop a few pieces of meat in there now. That's bear meat, cooked in blueberry bear fat. Oh my God, that's good.
Be honest, do you really want to watch a video that looks like this? There's a good reason why presenters use images and visualizations more than time, because it's what makes people pay attention. With a doodly animation, your audience will pay much more attention than just you speaking to a camera. It looks much more professional, it's incredibly easy, and you just need a one-time, low-cost license.
Hi, I'm Brett Callan, and in this video, I'm going to show you how anyone can quickly and easily create doodle videos, just like the one you're watching right now, using Doodly. Our drag-and-drop doodle software that allows anyone, regardless of tech skills, to create highly engaging, professional doodle videos in a matter of minutes. Because doodle videos are fun and engaging, they can get you more clicks, likes, shares, and most importantly, sales, than any other type of video. Which is why Doodly is now the video tool of choice for over 150,000 businesses all over the world, in virtually every industry and profession that you can imagine. Doodle videos are perfect for marketing, teaching, fundraising, personal use, and even inspiring others. After all, one of the keys to a successful video is to capture your audience's attention and keep it for an extended period of time. And since you're still watching this video, you already know how great doodle videos are at doing just that. Not only are doodle videos incredibly captivating, but research shows that they massively boost learning and memory retention. As a result, viewers really absorb your message, making your videos that much more impactful. And even better, doodle videos can make complex or boring subjects fun and easy to understand. So let me quickly show you how simple and easy Doodly makes it to create an interesting professional video. Alright, here I am inside the Doodly software, which is available for Mac and PC. you'll notice that you can choose the style of your video, selecting from whiteboard, blackboard, greenboard, glassboard, and for more advanced users, you can even use a green screen background, giving you lots of control over the video style. In this example, let's create a nice looking whiteboard doodle video. You'll notice that Doodly makes it super easy to create your own doodle videos with done-for-you scenes, hundreds of characters, a huge selection of props and images, royalty-free music, and even text. And for the ultimate in customization, you can even upload your own images, fonts, props, and music. Now to create a doodle video, it's really simple. First, I'll add a headline to get people's attention, then center it before adding a character. I like this one. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and add a prop too. I'll resize everything and voila! We have Steve reading a book on his chair. For the next slide, I'm going to do something a little different. Instead of adding a character or prop, I'm going to use one of Doodly's super convenient done-for-you scenes. So I'm going to simply drag and drop the scene I want right into my video. As you can see, Doodly is so easy to use that anyone can make doodle videos, even if they have zero tech or design skills. If you can click or drag your mouse, you can create a professional doodle video in a matter of minutes. Not only is creating a doodle video that simple, but we also have a bunch of really cool settings available too. Doodly allows you to customize your video with real hands, cartoon hands, or none at all, seeing transitions with even camera panning, and our Smart Erase mode to provide the realistic feel that you're looking for. With just a couple of mouse clicks, you can also easily switch between different doodle video types at any moment. I'll change the doodle video I just created from whiteboard to blackboard in less than 5 seconds. Plus, you can even record a voiceover directly inside Doodly or add background music by simply choosing from our huge royalty-free music library. And of course, you have the option of uploading your own audio and image files as well. You can also select how long it takes the hand to draw something, so scenes, characters, and props are timed perfectly to your voiceover, should you choose to use one. Oh, and one more thing. When you upload your own image, using our enhanced Doodle Draw technology, you can make cool draw paths like this to teach Doodly exactly how you want to draw your important images. And when you're done, you can preview your video before exporting it to a variety of formats, sizes, and qualities right to your computer, and you're ready to go. As you can see, doodle videos do an incredible job of educating, entertaining, and selling, making them one of the best investments you can make in your business. And that's especially true right now. The going rate for professional doodle video creation is anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 to have someone make a video similar to the one that I just showed you. But with Doodly, anyone can create a doodle video regardless of tech skills and experience, meaning you can make dozens of doodle videos without paying ridiculously high fees to professional design firms. If you were to visit the Doodly.com homepage right now, you'd see the regular price for Doodly is an ongoing monthly payment, which adds up to $468 per year. But since you landed on this limited time special promotion page, you can get your copy of Doodly right now for a one-time $67 payment. No monthly fees forever. You'll even have access to all the free feature updates we offer our Doodly users, which is typically once every week. This special promotional price won't last forever, so to lock in this one-time $67 payment with zero monthly fees forever, go ahead and click or tap on the button next to this video to claim your copy of Doodly today. And we look forward to welcoming you to the Doodly family.
On this hunt, I'm headed to the Chugach Range in south central Alaska in pursuit of black bear. This rugged country won't give you much, so when you get your chance, you gotta be ready to drop the hammer.
Hey, what a day.
I'm Steven Rinella. To me, hunting isn't only about the pursuit of an animal. It's about who we are and what we're made of. It's about sustenance, survival. It's about connecting to the land. It's about the purity of the challenge. It's about life. In each and every one of us, there's a primal instinct to hunt and consume. I live to hunt and hunt to live. I am a meat eater.
Late September, south central Alaska, east of Anchorage near the Matanuska Glacier. I'm getting ready to head up into the high country in search of black bears. Got a few days to spend up here. The hills right now are loaded with blueberries, and my thinking is there's gonna be black bears feeding on berries and putting on a big old layer of blueberry flavored fat. What I gotta do, get into a good area people don't go to. I'm gonna go down to the Matanuska, cross that in my pack rack. Then I'm gonna bushwhack up a tributary stream until I start getting above tree line. Then I'll shoot off on some different ridges and start glassing for bears. I think there's a very strong possibility we're gonna wind up running into some big fat black bears.
Hunting in Alaska is different than anything you're going to encounter in the lower 48. For starters, everything is bigger out here and nothing is a short walk away.
Bear's year around here is going to look kind of like this. He's going to come out of hibernation late April, early May, mid-May. He's going to emerge in a snowy world because he's going to be denning, 4, 5, 6,000 feet up above sea level. He'll come down to valley floors like this, feeding on emerging vegetation, having not eaten for 6-7 months. He'll be on the lookout big time for carcasses and what even got killed over the winter. As that time of year winds down, he'll start feeding on berries. The berries ripen up elevation. So right around now, we might find them at some of the highest elevations they'll be at all year. Black bear, sure. See his blueberries frozen in there. Rubbing the tree there. We're after. It's grizzly bear. Opening up, scratching. Big old grizzly tree. You notice the grizzly just one of the sides. You can see how his fingernails are really held out. Tip of his claw, 1.5 inches, and then it's still disemboweled. It was always the added thing that grizzly bear would shred into pieces. Right now I'm eyeballing a valley and there's a potential route up out of the timber would be to catch this next tributary. Ditch camp down here. Just buzz up there for the day, glass it out. Plan on coming back down in the dark. Now, I'm looking up into good looking bear country now. You see all that rough colored blueberry up there. If they're up here, that's gonna be what they're on. Oh yeah. Plain as day up there, man. What in the world these things do up that high? Look at that. That's a nice fat bear up there. Just plain as day.
I want to very carefully, based on the topography, mark the location of that bear, knowing that I might not see it again for 2 or 3 hours. where I might not ever see it. And I need to follow up the canyon. And when I get to a point where I feel like I may be even with the bear, or hopefully a little bit downwind of the bear, then I can start working my way out of the canyon and going up and try to relocate it.
It's a pretty grueling hike to get past the tree line, but the sight of fresh berries lets me know I'm close. As I get into the alpine, I lose track of the area that the bear was in. All I can see are herds of mountain goats, which would be great if I had a tag for them, but I don't. These animals make a home for themselves on lofty peaks and cliffs, some real nasty country, and it can make for a challenging hunt. But I'm after bear, and soon enough I see one. Now I'm not sure if it's the one that I saw earlier, but either way, it's way out there.
That is up there, man. Tough bear to go after it there.
I've been tracking a black bear in southeast Alaska for most of the day. But either the thing got wind of me or I got turned around because now that bear is way out of range.
I think I might go. No. That'd be a good look at it. Right now I can't tell if it's an old bear or not. Oh. Another bear. You can actually go after him. Grab him outside the canyon.
I decided to go after it, but it's a lot of ground to cover. After an hour or so of climbing, I lose my bearings yet again.
Nothing looks the same. I'm trying to figure out where the hell that bear was. He should be down in here somewhere. I don't know. Please spoke to him. There's two bears here. The bear we saw down there, which is a smaller one. There's a bigger one up above it, but you'd never be able to get to him. That bear is just over 300 yards, but there's no way you'd ever get it. You knocked it down.
The sheer cliffs and deep canyon makes it virtually impossible to cross, let alone pack out a couple 100 pounds of meat if I did get a shot.
Long day, a lot of climbing. I can get back down in my dark right now. Look at that bear. I know there's no way to do this. It'd be like suicide to cross this thing. But I can't. I'll be able to live myself if I don't. Go over there and have a look. country hunting, man, I tell you what. Wow. That's gonna be a good bear right there, though, man. It's a fatty. But, man, it's gonna be a chore getting you out of there.
It was a lung shot. Within seconds, the bear piled up. The hunt is over, but the work is not. Now I gotta figure out a way to get a couple 100 pounds of meat, fat, hide, and skull out of this canyon and back to my camp. I got about an hour or so of daylight left, so I'm gonna have to make some tough decisions here. I'm just taking down an Alaskan black bear, but the sun is setting and I've got about 200 pounds of meat, fat, and hide to pack out of this canyon and get back down to my camp.
You know, there's Nook right now, the situation I'm in, you can't take any of it lightly. It's like you just weigh your options, you know? And for me, I think the best thing for me is that gut it so the meat can cool. Come back tomorrow. Oh, there's not another bear on it. Or there is another bear on it. But he hasn't eaten all my favorite parts yet. But I think we'll be alright. Could be wrong. But you never know.
By the time I reach camp, it's already way past dark. But like a gift from the skies, I'm treated to one of those beautiful displays of Aurora Borealis I've ever laid eyes on. It's just enough to keep my spirits up and my feet moving.
Getting cold too, definitely down below freezing now. Oh, I just want to crawl in my bag. Honestly, the thing I'm thinking now is that I get to worry about that meat up there, man. Like the bears and the I just got this awful feeling now that I'm gonna get up there in the morning and someone's gonna be up there snacking on that bear. Alright. Have to wait and see now.
After a few hours of sleep, I'm back on my feet, eager to get back to my bear. I want to see if I made the right decision by leaving it overnight. I had set a waypoint location of the bear on my GPS, so I don't get turned around again up there. But nature has a way of cluing you in on such locations as well.
I bet you that's it. You might be picking up on the odor from those guts coming out.
I think that's it. Well, 100 yards from the bear. Hopefully Mr. Grizz ain't up here. Now, it's just like I left it. Still some gut pile left. Bear hasn't been moved. Take a while, let's get this guy out. There's plenty of daytime left, so I think we'll be alright. But the pack out's gonna be horrid. Cut this back ham off. When I'm home, it's gonna go into some brine and into my smoker. This winds up coming out basically, winds up tasting like pork ham. With a little bit of wildness thrown in. From here down, bone in smoked ham. In the old days they called smoked bear meat, bear bacon. Good layer of fat on it.
On these bears that have been eating berries, the best thing in my mind is right here is his body fat. And this fat is just like a berry.
But if you look at this stuff,
Like just these lobes like this, you can melt that right down into the most perfect lard.
well, that stuff's like gold right there. So I'm
definitely relieved that something didn't get in here and start eating all this, except for birds. So these bears right now, I mean, they're up gorging on berries, and they're just building up enough fat to get them through the hibernation. By the time this guy comes out in the spring, this is all gonna be gone. So at this point, like, the work really starts when it comes to packing stuff out. Massive undertaking, tons of weight. Start questioning, like, your very existence. Now, I'm pretty much out of here. So now my mind is jumping to the part where I finally get to eat some bear meat. I can tell you I am starving. The amount of daylight I got left, I don't think that I'm gonna make it back up for the next trip. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna unpack, have dinner and stuff, spend the night, and then get up early in the morning and go back up for that next load. Fix up something to eat here, celebrate my bear kill. I'm gonna take some of this fat, I'm gonna render it down and get cooking on it. Then I'm gonna do deep fried, maybe sirloin, maybe loin. Just deep fried right in the bear's fat. So it's like bear meat cooked in bear fat. Which is illustrate to you how prevalent trichinosis is in bears. It doesn't affect the bear really, it doesn't do much to it, but it can make a person pretty sick. Trichinosis is actually killed at a pretty low temp. I mean, you can cook it like
You should probably read all your poems out loud. Dogs are very good to read poetry to. Cats, not so much. Fish are good. If you have a goldfish, your first audience before you send your poetry out into the world.
Last time on the Fur Hat Ice Tour. I'm in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin for the Sturgeon Spectacular in the hopes of spearing my first sturgeon. I've enlisted the help of Jake Andrews, an avid local spearer who's been showing me the ropes. So far, we've seen a lot of prep work. We don't have to jump in, or the new guy does. A ton of waiting, and a tiny bit of excitement.
right there, sturgeon, right here, go.
Oh, we missed him. Fortunately, our friend Ike had better luck. While the sturgeon had eluded me so far, tomorrow is another day on the ice, and I'm hopeful. If there's one thing that I've noticed on my spearing trip, it's that all roads lead back to Mary Lou and Vic. Every opening day of sturgeon season, they host a big party in their garage. People come from all over the area to celebrate, and Vic and Mary Lou help them process their fish. Ike brought his, and Mary Lou is going to show them how to cut it up. I got to say, the process feels a lot more like butchering a hog than cleaning a fish. This thing is giant. Mary Lou and Vic are obviously pros at sturgeon cleaning. They start by removing the head, fins, and outer fatty layer with the skin. Then they break it down into chunks. The individual chunks are then filleted. It doesn't take long, and Ike's sturgeon is now several small fillets ready to be wrapped. Ike, when was the last time you got a fish?
About 6 years, I think.
Yeah. Are you like on cloud 9 right now? Not a lot of stuff in the outdoors we do that we have to wait 5 years.
Definitely worth it, though.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Ike's fish was a male, but another successful spear brought in a female. Mary Lou and Vic are harvesting the roe to make into caviar. Where are you going?
I'm going in the basement. Where we were yesterday? Not a fan of fish eggs.
Like 150 is fine to kill trick nose.
Tiger Brokers Singapore is here for you. A one-stop trading platform to access a comprehensive range of financial information.
like 150 is fine to kill tritons. So right there, bear meat, cooked in bear fat, dripping with bear fat. That's gonna be a lip burner for sure. Don't tell my cardiologist about this. When it comes to getting my hands on the best tasting game meat, I'll go anywhere. On this trip, I'm hunting Sitka black-tailed deer in southeast Alaska. But in this no man's land, you got a word for your game. Those big black-tailed oaks. I'm Steven Rinella. To me, hunting isn't only about the pursuit of an animal. It's about who we are and what we're made of. It's about sustenance, survival. It's about connecting to the land. It's about the purity of the challenge. It's about life. In each and every one of us, there's a primary instinct to hunt and consume. I live to hunt and hunt to live. I am a meat eater. Alaska. I've done a lot of hunting in the high country of Tongass National Forest that is rumored to be an unexplored hunting ground for the elusive Sitka black-tailed deer. The thing is, it's hard as hell to get to. But if you've got a chance to hunt for animals that have never laid eyes on humans, the only way to get in here is to fly in with a bush pilot, try to land on a lake, and get dropped off here. The terrain is hairy, and the weather can turn quickly. That means you're stranded until the plane can fly back in. It's risky. But for me, the risks are worth taking. In order to get a chance to hunt where very few hunters have gone before, where some of the finest animals in the world can be had. And ultimately, that's what really matters. I mean, I like monster critters and trophy bucks as much as the next guy, but I like good meat even more. And it just doesn't get much better than the venison you'll find around these parts.
I just saw a nice buck.
I think I'll pay my attention when I were over up here.
I've never been to this lake. And the pilot hasn't landed in this lake either. Never has it. Good blacktail up here. The big problem is tonight. I had the wind, like 60-mile-an-hour gust tonight. My plan is to get down on this lake and get a good camp set up where I can tough it out for the night. And then tomorrow, hopefully, get a spring in the weather, be able to do something. Feeling bad about the weather, but feeling about the fact that I see some bucks circling around.
I packed enough food and gear for 3 days, plus a little extra in case the pilot can't land back in here during bad weather. I got a 5-spot camp. I'm a little bit sheltered from the wind. I'm nervous about the 65-mile-an-hour wind for sure. I'm gonna resist the urge to run around and start hunting. Because if I do that, I just know the weather's gonna turn on up there, then I come down and everything's gonna be a total mess. I'm gonna try to get everything safe and waterproof. Then I can strike out, boom, up the mountain and start hunting. If it starts blowing dangerously bad, I'll come squirt back down camp and hold up for the night.
It always natural to you because if you're flying over an area, it just seems like you can just grease everywhere you want to go, no problem. When you get down, you realize how much it is. Just the hard fear.
from a plane, you're 1,000 feet up. Things just seem kind of flat and navigable. So hitting the ground was a bit of a reality check. You realize that brush you thought that were maybe knee high is head high. And little hills that you thought you just could hop over and have a look are a significant climb. And it's really hard to hunt. It's not that there aren't deer. I think there's deer all over here. But I'll have a much better chance of finding a stalkable buck once I gain enough elevation to get above the thick brush.
And now I'm in a country where there's deer that you can hunt. And I get to see those spots where I can see some running around and try to call in. You can raise something up, but we lose no one's there. Down there, that stuff, man, it's like, step out of it, you know, who's there.
I like hunting on foot. Easily, in this area, you can walk on ground that people maybe haven't walked on, maybe in 100 years, maybe never. If I come into an area, I got a few days to hunt. My initial thoughts are exploring an area. I need to climb a peak. So much more motivated to climb the peak if I got a tag in my pocket and I'm hunting. It's like Everest, unless there's some kind of cool animal up there you hunt, I just would never be motivated to go up. If there was some kind of crazy sheep that lived on Everest, though, I'd be the first guy to go.
My guess, and like I hope I'm wrong, my guess is a lot of deer to be hunkered down in this wind. Probably on the lee side of these hills. Staring at us right now.
Little Red Riding Hood. Let's start the story a different way. It was dark inside the wolf.
That forky black dude. Bob. It's under 200 yards up. It's just going through my mind as a coming in your head, like, I don't know, man, I was kind of thinking I'd wind up with a big huge buck. I'm also thinking about winding up with a bunch of buck meat. So I got that here now. I think the smartest thing to do, the best thing to do is to take this buck here. It's my mind's the brush. Now he drifted off. On the other side. I know I'm gonna probably wind up regretting it. And take a good shot, but it's like, Is that just land? I just need to walk a little more now. I'm ready to get here.
I have that just innate hunter's curiosity about what's over the next hill. And everything about this buck says, shoot me. But you start playing the tricks in your mind and you're like, well, I'll wait, maybe I'll get a big one. Even though I know that in a couple days I might be totally hungry for a buck that size, but I'm not ready to throw my tail. Just because I want to check some more area out. Beyond just the difficulty of the topography and the difficulty of the brush is the difficulty of the weather. No one likes to hunt in rain. But here, you're up in the clouds. So you wind up having a lot of periods where animals just vanish.
So I just try to hunker down out of the wind somewhere. Wait for us to bolt there.
To get an idea of how bad the fog can be, the minute I start getting up to the crest and I'm starting to poke my head up, I realize there's this gorgeous bowl, this kind of boggy bowl below me that looks just like perfect deer country. And right away, boom, big buck.
Nice buck down there staring at us.
I can see his body's obscured, but I can see his neck and his head poking up. I move myself so that I can move a little higher without spooking him. I'm not kidding you, within seconds a fog bank rolls in. The buck vanishes into the fog. And I sit there and wait, just praying the fog's gonna go. Wait and wait and wait. Then it starts to rain.
I can't believe it. It's a nice buck down there.
I sit there a full hour in a steady downpour and eventually realize this buck's just gonna get past because I gotta head back to camp before dark. And I also have to factor in that the fog's so thick, I'm not even gonna be able to see people. I gotta stumble right into it. I just lost the whole day's climb. Finally got onto the buck, and in that very moment, got hit by fog and had my stalk blown. And that kind of will show you a little bit about what this area is all about. But it still really is a paradise. It's just something you gotta work for and hunt for hard. My second day out hunting in Tongass National Forest in southeast Alaska, and I finally get a break in the running. Not an hour into the day's hunt, and I spot a nice buck, but he's way out there.
It's more than 1,600 yards.
It's a long way to go. I'll have to locate him again once I get over there. But right now, that direction is looking better than any alternative.
get to the area where I saw him, I spook him. Big buck, big buck. He's up on that ridgeline, 350 yards out. I wanted that big buck and I rushed my shot. Just high. I blew it.
Those big black dollars.
Hunting involves missing, man. I mean, anybody who acts like it doesn't is full of it. And if I'm watching the show, there's been a lot of stuff edited out. A lot of stuff got left by the wayside so that some guy can look like a total badass.
I know I screwed up. I missed that buck clean. Yeah. Good old fashioned miss, for sure. This day's kind of over. Head back to camp for now. Get up in the crack in the morning.
Before I reach camp, the rain and fog let up and I take a minute to glass the edge of the lake for the final hour of the day. And I'm glad I do.
Gotta walk up here, feeding all. Little grass and slide coming down.
Can't believe it.
Whew. Cannot believe I saw that one. A bunch of landmarks picked out. But I think I got a big enough fix on where he is and where I am. I'll go over and find that buck. Nice. Coastal rainforest. Sitka blacktail land. Sweet. That's awesome. I'm running low on daylight definitely. It's raining pretty good. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna gut this thing, take a waypoint on it, come back and bush it tomorrow. There's no way to get back to it in one piece, so I gotta break it down and carry it myself. I'd just rather do it right, do it slow later, than trying to rush it in the darkness. So once I gut him, I need to get him all flushed out. He's gonna air out for the night, and I'll be back up here for 6 in the morning. So that's nice and clean now. I'm not gonna lie to you, like I always have visions of, big monster buck racks. But at the end of the day, bar none, this is gonna be the finest venison you can get your hands on right here. A young buck, a lot of fat, tree rut. I mean, I love big racks. I like meat even more.
If you want to do some off-grid exploring, it's good to have a map, but it's even better to have an atlas. And this is your...
So this is definitely the nicest morning we've had. Probably the nicest morning we're gonna get. Go up and pick up that deer we left laying. Got everything I need to pack it out. Let's go. He's alright. So I do want to come in here cautiously, make sure I'm not stumbling across a bear. This down here is black bear. Which means you don't need to worry as much. I mean, black bears are kind of, not particularly scary. Oh, totally undisturbed. I can take this whole animal on my back. Once I get rid of a few of the parts, the hide, the extremities, I'll be able to take all the quarters out right on my backpack.
Here you can see the entrance hole from that 7mm rim mag I'm shooting. Here's the entrance hole. Considering the angle of that deer was angling toward me a little bit. I would have been smart to move that shot a little bit more forward. Because it exits back behind, nick your stomach on the way through. So in my mind, a perfect hit is a clean punch in the ribs, out the ribs, just for lung. I don't shoot for heart because I don't like the bolt to go through and trash all kinds of meat on the opposite shoulder. I would much rather lose a little bit of rib meat on each side than lose 10 pounds of shoulder meat. So for me, shot placement, I'm a rib guy, I'm a lung guy. I don't shoot for heart generally. 40 pounds of prime, organic, free range, harvested. Dead meat. To understand why I like hunting Tongass National Forest in southeast Alaska so much, you really have to consider where I grew up. And I grew up in western Michigan. And there, hunting was like 90% about dealing with competition and land ownership, and it was 10% about hunting. When I started discovering the West and hunting on big tracts of national forest, where the difficulty of access winds up giving you chances for like exclusive opportunities on animals, it was a watershed moment in my life. It's a place where if you've got the fortitude, you're going to get into some smooth hunting. I'm getting ready to cook the venison loin up. So I got my stove going, got some oil, got my little mini fry pan. We'll cook a couple minutes. It's already cooked. I mean, I like raw meat, super rare meat. Oh man, I can tell you right now, it's good. You come into an area to hunt, all your senses take it in. Once you go through all that, it just seems to me like it's short-sightedness or just like a major shortcoming, but I'd also like take it in with taste and take it into your body. You gotta get in there and sink your teeth into what you're after. You want this wildness to become part of you. Without it, the experience is incomplete. On this trip, I'm heading to the rolling hillsides of north central California in search of razorback hogs.
See that? The mud kind of stirred up. Something's just been in here.
But you gotta be ready to think on your feet if you're gonna bring home one of these bad boys. I'm Steven Rinella. To me, hunting isn't only about the pursuit of an animal. It's about who we are and what we're made of. It's about sustenance and survival. It's about connecting to the land. It's about the purity of the challenge. It's about life. Each and every...
During
interior of your home is a self-reflection of who you are as a person.
On this hunt, I'm chasing high-climbing mountain goats on Alaska's Kenai Peninsula. Here, you're at the mercy of unforgiving mountains that provide serious avalanche threats, insurmountable gullies, and brush that acts like jail cell bars made out of barbed wire. It's gonna be a dangerous climb, but the reward of goat meat and a snow white hide makes it worth the risk.
2 goats up here.
Here they are. You got shot.
I'm Steven Rinella. To me, hunting isn't only about the pursuit of an animal. It's about who we are and what we're made of. It's about sustenance, survival. It's about connecting to the land. It's about the purity of the challenge. It's about life. In each and every one of us, there is a primal instinct to hunt and consume. I live to hunt and hunt to live. I am a meat eater. Peninsula of South Central Alaska is about the size of New Jersey and Connecticut put together. It's home to a sparsely distributed population of mountain goats. They're big, they have snow white hides, they're tasty, and they are a nightmare to get to. There's only 2 ways that a non-resident can hunt a mountain goat in Alaska: with a licensed outfitter or with a first-of-kin relative who's a legal resident of the state. For that reason, my brother Danny comes in awful handy. We've been hunting together since we were big enough to pump air guns, and he's sponsored me on a number of hunts that would otherwise be way beyond my budget. I can't even begin to tell you how many hunts have been planned around Danny's kitchen table, and this one is no different.
So you'd always be looking at thick timber, probably.
You're not going to be able to see much of that from the shoreline.
That's what I'm worried about. You'd just be looking at tall timber.
Yep. And coming this way, you got a mile and a half, probably bushwhacking.
Yeah, I was wondering if that's just like an alder choke hellhole right there.
Yeah, I guarantee. I mean, I don't know of a trail going up there. We could look.
But look at how packed those lines are.
You can get along on the trail or the lakeshore and
what you want to leave behind.
I got a boat. It's in that cap. I can really get it. It's a fence off, folded in the handle. You know these things. Get that.
If you bring it, you gotta carry it. But if you don't bring it, you might regret not having it. Once we get our gear put together, we gotta get out of here. Danny already blew through all his vacation time fishing halibut and hunting moose. We've only got 2 full days. And if you think a 2-day goat hunt sounds insane, you don't even know the half of it. In order to get up the mountain, Danny and I will have to navigate a damn steep mountain covered in damn thick brush. So we take a moment to plan our route based on what we're seeing from the mountain's base.
Between those horns, there's not much white between those horns. On the name, you're going to have a fair bit of real estate between the horns. Looking directly at you, and then these horns will appear almost to do a Y. They'll appear like this, slightly. Billy's horns will appear more like this. But of course, like, there's no hard and fast rules to any of this stuff. So you're looking at this whole collection of ideas to try to find a mature animal. Not easy to do. You got to give them a couple good looks.
Here on the Kenai, you're allowed to kill male or female, but they highly encourage you to kill a billy. In fact, if you kill a nanny, you're not eligible for this hunt again for several years. So I'm under a lot of motivation to find a billy. I've been on 3 mountain goat hunts in my life, and I still cannot really tell a billy from a nanny at a long distance away. So to make up for my lack of experience, my plan is to get as close as I can and make my decision based on careful observation. As Danny and I begin to head up the mountain, we encounter the first real test of this hunt.
Let's see, 2 goat hunters died this week so far. 1 for me.
I was thinking that this route up the mountain would be pretty gravy, but in fact it's turning out to be nothing but Devil's Club and alder. This is like trying to climb through the bars of a jail that have to be coated in barbed wire. I know the Kenai Peninsula mainly from a few times when I've fished it. Doing that, you're down on the river staring up at these big nasty mountains and something about you wants to climb up in there. But then the minute you do climb up in there, you start to regret your decision.
I would never invest time trying to clear a little brush off your trail, but if we're gonna go, we're most certainly gonna be shoveling a couple runs through here, so it's worth a little bit of an investment.
Mountains are rugged, they're steep, they're wet, they're full of brush, pure misery. Devil's Club and alder make for a 1-2 punch, because the alder is pretty much like a fence. It's hard to get through. The Devil's Club's not so hard to get through, but as you get through it, it coats you in thorns. So pretty soon you look at your hands and it's hundreds of little thorns and pustules form from little minor infections. It is hell.
Yeah, the point man, you know, God. I think of it as something that's fun. Ridiculous. We're gonna go up to the cliff from right here. What's a couple hundred more? That was going.
The thing about hunting mountains is you're always lured into this kind of stuff because there's the promise of alpine. You know that if you can get through the brush, you're gonna bust out into high country above a tree line where all the brush is ankle high. So it lures you in because it's like this pot of gold at the end of a very nasty rainbow.
Here's a good sign right here. It's the first little Tufton mountain over here. You see those goldsmiths coming along these cliff faces? Maybe he's down here in the winter. I don't know. He could be down here now. There. I don't want to be jumpy, but I think we're like kind of almost officially out of the real nasty.
Finally, after hours of climbing, we bust up into the alpine. Earlier, I was saying that alders are like jail cell bars. Well, getting out of the alders is like getting out of jail. It is liberating. Now that we finally have a chance to actually do some hunting, our first order of business is to find that goat that we saw from the base of the mountain.
I think that's definitely the one we were looking at. Same kind of setup.
Unfortunately, getting a closer look at it just leads to disappointment.
Really? Yeah, definitely.
Even when I know for absolute certain that I'm looking at a name, I catch myself staring at it in hopes that it'll magically morph into a billy.
She definitely knows it here.
She's scooting now.
She's probably been climbing for a while.
It would be an easy shot and a reasonable pack out for me.
Ready?
But I made a pact with myself to only shoot a billy. And despite the time constraint, I'm going to try and honor that commitment. So we set out to cover more ground. What we didn't expect was this much snow.
See that man right through here?
See how far, how high she at?
So in maybe like 45 minutes or an hour, the goat went from way below us to the highest peak up there. Just right through me.
Mountain goats have the unique ability to easily get to places where their predators can't. That makes them a difficult animal to hunt. You cannot kill what you cannot reach. After hours of trudging through the snow and not seeing any more goats, Danny and I decided to call it a day.
I spent a lot of time trying to convince myself that, like, every goat I see, my initial impulse, oh, there's a billy. It's just like some kind of weird optimism, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. Something in me wants it so bad to be a billy.
I think Jamal, the only thing that makes sense is to go toward the head of this draw. Check that out. That doesn't look good to stay on this same ridge that runs to the north. I don't see any reason we wouldn't get on more goats tomorrow. It's just a matter of finding them.
In the morning, we decide to head deeper into new country, hopefully avoiding the thigh-deep snow.
Big duties. Go toward that saddle and then we go blast all those snow through the cliffs, that snow line over there. I think we're a little bit above them.
I think we're above them. I think it's too much snow.
Finally, after wading through snow for 4 miles, we get our eyes on a couple billies.
You want to go? Oh, there's a way.
There's 4. That upper one's a Billy, the lower one looks a Billy. Yeah, the ones are here. I wonder if you can hold a tight line. I'll see you to that next ridge and see what's down below us. Too deep. Always too deep. Not including this one right here. I need to push ahead a little bit. Just see what's up there. Big Billy's on to us. Captain those are here. So as we leave the view, this could all be just in my imagination. But as we leave the view, I want to go down, look like I'm going downhill. Because that makes them a lot less nervous. They hate the fire now. But that maybe get hurt.
It's a risky approach because there's going to be ample opportunity for the goats to spot us, but our only real option is to drop down in elevation until we get below the snow line and then move along this face toward the goats.
Oh, I see 4 right now. There's another one. Skyline on the next ridge. It's so low. See what I'm talking about? Skyline. Plains Day. He's looking nervous. Let me believe that. That's probably him. He just put some distance between us. Yeah, that low one's walking out of you. They're spooked. I never blew it.
The Big Billy is 475 yards away. Not an impossible shot, but what is impossible is knowing that I can retrieve that goat.
Just get out there and get a shot. It's hard to say what kind of topography you got. You know, you can't shoot over there and realize you got stuff that there's just absolutely no way you'd ever cross.
Not only is that billy in a place where we wouldn't be able to retrieve it if it fell, it's separated from us by a series of cliff faces that are impassable. There's no way we could even get after that goat if we wanted to.
We might as well be on the moon now, too.
Oh, yeah. For our purposes, those goats no longer exist.
Yeah, there's no way.
I have to let it pass.
No, he's just, I'm right. You never.
You never get.
We don't know. He's taunting me.
He's all skylined up there like he's on a beer ad or something. You're kidding me.
Our only option now is to hunt our way in a loop back toward camp. Finally, we get all the way back toward the mountain near our camp. Danny takes a look at a patch of rock that we must have checked a dozen times, but this time our luck changes.
You got an eye on some goats, Dan? Up in that stuff?
Yeah.
Bedding down? God, it's hard to find. White critter and white snow and white fog.
They're just off. If you go to that left-hand peak, they're just down to the right ahead.
Oh, I got you.
See them? Oh, they're worth looking at. You can see it. Oh, no. I got one that's got it. Yeah, no. Yeah. I don't think we could get up in there.
Oh, yeah. That's too low. I put on the last layer. Of course, give another good look for you. Dan, I'm telling you, there's not a doubt in my mind that those are Billy's. There's not a doubt in my. That's good enough for me.
There's not a lot of daylight left, but a short hunt means you have to take advantage of every opportunity you get. And this is probably our last chance. I say we go for it. So we're gonna drop our gear and go as light as we can so we can cover ground fast.
This is ridiculous. This is completely ridiculous. Here they are. We got a shot. What I want to do is get right up there, put the spot scopies for a final check. And if everything looks good, take a shot.
If you're ready, I'm ready. Are we ready? Now that's right. Here we go.
We got a shot.
As I get ready to squeeze the trigger, something just doesn't seem right.
Do you feel it doesn't move?
I don't know. You better take a look.
See something?
I think it's an animal. The horns just look like to me. I mean, that's not from the bottom sensibility to me. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert at this one. They're just light, man. They're just dead.
I don't like it. It's all alright. Manny. It's Manny. Unbelievable.
That doesn't work.
A lot of climbing. I should have figured that out a long time ago.
Dangerous, adrenaline-fueled ride, female goats. And they ask this in hopes that it'll help improve mountain goat populations for future generations. In the moment, when I had that nanny in my sights, I nearly went back on my intention to honor that particular request. But I didn't. And in large part, I have Danny to thank for that. A good hunting partner is more than just a companion. He's a moral compass as well. And my brother... Whether I gotta go on this trip or not, I still had an amazing experience hanging out with Danny while side-hilling mountains and trudging through thigh-deep snow. And he won't be getting rid of me anytime soon. I've already filled out next year's GOAT Tag application. With some luck, we'll be back next year to do it all again. On this hunt, I'm heading to the pristine wetlands of north central Alaska to chase ducks. But even in this remote wilderness, you still have to play a careful game if you want to outsmart some of the best tasting bird meat in the country.
I see it's those ones that are giving us a stink eye from the back out.
I'm Steve Rinella. To me, hunting isn't only about the pursuit of an animal. It's about who we are and what we're made of. It's about sustenance, survival. It's about connecting to the land. It's about the purity of the challenge. It's about life. In each and every one of us, there's a primal instinct to hunt and consume. I live to hunt and hunt to live. I am a meat eater. Right outside of Fairbanks, Alaska, is a massive wetlands complex known as Minto Flats. You have to take a floatplane or a very long boat ride to get there, but it is well worth it. This is one of the richest waterfowl habitats in the northern boreal forest. I consider myself a big game hunter, but a good old-fashioned duck hunt is a nice change of pace. Mallards in particular are great meat, but there are plenty of other species up here as well. I was invited here by my friend Grant Langston. He was a waterfowl biologist currently working this region on the study of avian influenza. His methods involve tracking ducks, recording biometric data, and testing them for the virus.
Brant, what's happening? What's up, man? You see ya? Welcome to birds around. Yeah, there's a lot of swans flying around. Loud, totally fun. Delta. Here, Delta dog. What's up? What's up? You ready to go? I'm waiting for you.
The first thing on our agenda is to scout for location. When it comes to duck hunting, you need to be location specific. From blinds to decoys, everything needs to be worked out in detail in order for you to be successful. The best way to scout out here in Minto Flats is simple. Cruise around in a boat and look for big gangs of ducks. Right off, we see a massive bunch of mallards hanging out at one end of the lake. But we decide to save the mallards for the morning, since we'll get a lot more action if we have a full day to work. In a different spot, we notice a bunch of diver duck activity. This is where we want to be for tonight's hunt.
We should definitely hunt here.
Let's get the spot set up.
I'm hopeful that I can bag my first bluebill. I've never gotten one, and I've always wanted to.
Probably just start like that and then we'll work it in for
Thick enough to hide us, but then not so thick you can't look out of it, but some neat looking holes, you know? When we shoot there, we wonder how that patch of grass is making so much noise. That looks good. I think it'll play for sure.
put some decoys out this way and kind of a U. That'll be the blockers. Then we'll put a little water down to the edge of this point.
You kind of make a pocket for bird to land.
Exactly.
Oh, that looks good. So ducky.
I'll be blind with you.
I don't think it's that bad. It works.
Did you see that beeline towards that? No, it's very common to get really just got burned. You can see me talking about killing dogs and missing chances to well, your priorities creeping.
Nothing else you can do for that setup back, that collar drag. That looks way better. It's a little further away.
Yeah, I feel a lot better after I set up actually. We got a little over 2 hours. Good shooting, dude.
Drop the back.
Nice window there. Yeah, that played out well.
One of the hardest things to explain about hunting is the joy you get when you bag your first animal of a species. It's like a first kiss, but better. And in 50 years, maybe I'll be sitting around going, oh yeah, Minto Flats. I got my first bluegill there.
When you're looking at going to buy houses, yeah, maybe some buy houses. Like, how many please?
Choose a little stop, you know. A good way to tell a little stop from the lesser stop is the white on the secondaries and the primaries, and on the greater extends all the way out to the lesser stop.
Right.
Goes to gray.
You got that hand up?
There's enough. There's a couple. Good shot.
That was a salute. You should have had that. There you go.
Yep. Come on, take it. Nothing here.
Look at that too much.
Never happened.
Good.
Even though we didn't have a ton of time to get set up and really hit it, Brant and I still managed to bring in 8 ducks. A great start to the trip, and we're not done yet.
Oh, bird. You gotta shoot one.
Got about a minute. Would you? You gotta shoot that again.
Come on. There, Shell.
Don't shoot my dog. Got the back. Steve, keep an eye on it. I'm gonna go grab the bolt.
Shoot this bird.
Let
that bird's out of sight now, so the thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and look for it so I can dive into it and disappear. He's way out in the water.
By far, losing winged birds is the worst part of duck hunting.
Yeah, you're done.
Despite losing the bird, we still had a great night. We got a few diver ducks in the boat, and most importantly, we didn't blow our mallard spot. Tomorrow morning, we're gonna get set up super early and be waiting for them.
Might as well just bail with film cans for me. 1, 2.
We get up way before light to head out and set up in the dark, so we're tucked away and waiting when those mallards come in for their morning feed. Get out there too late, and we can kiss our sweet spot goodbye.
You pinched that hole sitting on it, right?
Oh, come on, man. Oh. You gotta be kidding me.
Grant and I were on our way to our prime mallard spot, but the engine of our boat froze up.
You can do duck hunt with our motor not working in the morning.
Now, while we should be setting up our decoys, we're out working on an outboard engine, which is not why I got up hours before daylight.
Is that not a place inside that filter like that separated water freezing up in there? Yeah. Let's take that apart. Let's go.
We finally get the fuel filter de-ice and start moving. Just in time. The sun is starting to peek over the horizon.
A lot of birds flying.
My favorite part of duck hunting, man. Birds buzzing around in the dark in the morning. Good, man.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. We rushed to get set up and ended up putting our blind in the spot where we'll be standing in shin-deep ice water all morning. Not ideal, but we're committed now and we need to make it work.
Man, who thought sitting in ice water would be so cold? I used to feel that warm with the swamp. Birds. Falling backward. Man, it was major missed opportunity, man. It's gonna take me 15 minutes to quit being depressed about that.
Just till the next lap, man.
No.
I'm gonna be depressed about that.
No, because that one's gonna work out good.
Keep making mistakes standing up, making birds, we call that BAH. Bad at them.
I was always under the impression that BAH was badass hunter.
Bad at hunting, yeah.
Bird.
Oh, good shot.
Now that was happening.
Good shoot, Steve.
I think you might have got tag teamed on that shooting there. That's a nice dinner.
Good job, yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
That's a good eat there.
That's the eater, man. His fatty breasts. Go ahead.
Yep.
Get up.
Straight now.
Good work. We're getting somewhere now.
Oh, good stuff.
Oh, look at that. Jewelry.
Got a band?
Band and green. Band and green.
Is that your band?
It's not necessarily my band.
Oh, really?
Could have come from anywhere.
Like, how much of the national picture we have of what birds do, I mean, how much of that has come from the banding program?
It's an amazing tool. We learn things about migration. We learn things about survival rates, harvest rates, and hunters really play an important role in that. That's a beautiful bird. Fuzzy balls. Meh. Meh. Hey! Steve, try blowing on your duck call. Look at his face. Let's focus on good eating birds.
Yeah, I almost feel bad for those ducks now. They're so trusting. Look good, man. Like,
We ended up with about a dozen ducks. It was a group. I want to get in there and start plucking ducks, but first Brant needs to take some samples for his ongoing study.
You need to do some testing on these birds?
Yep, we're going to sample all of them for avian influenza.
Avian influenza, that same thing you hear like on the news, bird flu.
Everything that we sample first is screened for H5N1.
That hasn't turned up any of these birds.
It hasn't yet, but what we're really researching here is low pathogenic avian influenza. It's not the Asian bird flu. It's not really harmful to humans. It's really common in waterfowl. So we sample for H5N1, then we ask other questions, fitness effects, infection rates, duration of infection, that sort of thing.
So for you, that's mile number 10,000 or something?
It's up there.
While Brant keeps working through the pile of ducks, I pick out a couple for dinner and start plucking.
No, you're an old duck hunter. You know the trick about how to get the tendons out of the legs? How's that? Cut just through the skin. You want a real sharp knife. When you get just through the skin, start loosening that joint up. And you'll see all your tendons. So do it like that, and I'm hooking the tendons, then pull. And pull the tendons right out. If you got a little meat too, that doesn't matter, because that winds up making that leg, like, way tender and super good.
My plan is to cook these ducks in a way that doesn't require anything but a sharp knife. And even if you didn't have a knife, you could probably use your teeth and get it done.
I could roast this duck whole on a spit, just turning it. But I don't want to have to turn it so much. I want to be able to cook one side and cook the other side. So to do that, I want to just flatten it out. You hear it called spatchcock. You see like in Mexico, street vendors, you know, they'll cook chicken, just open up them on the back and lay it flat. So all I'm doing is spatchcocking this bird. Comes down and splitting it down the spine. So I'm gonna cut through the flesh. I'm gonna come in. Cut the breastbone. Okay. That duck's gonna cook like that.
Once I get my birds prepped, the next step is to make a cooking rack. I like to use green willow. It's easy to work with and resists catching on fire. The willows will support the duck meat over the flames. I want the skin to crisp up, but I need to keep the bird high enough that the flames don't flare up and burn the fat.
You kind of got to tend and watch them get a big greasy flare up.
Influenza.
Turning it in. Cut the breastbone. Okay. That duck's gonna cook like that.
Once I get my birds prepped, the next step is to make a cooking rack. I like to use green willow. It's easy to work with and resists catching on fire. The willows will support the duck meat over the flames. I want the skin to crisp up, but I need to keep the bird high enough that the flames don't flare up and burn the fat.
You kind of got to tend and watch them get a big greasy flare up. Brant, this thing's ready to eat.
looks legit. That's really good. A lot of flavor, a lot of juices.
We're not pellet my first bite.
You get to kiss the cook. In this case, it doesn't work out that great.
No, it doesn't. Man, that stuff is good.
That is amazing. Well, on a pellet.
No kidding. So we tag team that bird.
The thing is, the pellet I had came out of the breast. His came out of the tail. So what do you think of Minto Flats, man?
Well, it's a tough spot to get to, but the ducks taste good. And if your work helps lead to the preservation of ducks, nothing's worthwhile. And I'll be glad to know that you're out here figuring out what's up with these wonderful ducks. Because ducks are worth having around.
They'll have to work pretty hard, or you think she gets a little chunk of fat?
I think she could get some fat and some meat.
I think she liked it. Good job.
Stuff.
She did good. She deserved it, man.
This trip just goes to show, you don't always need